Hello Pisces and welcome. My name is Esther. So today we're just going to be looking at your cards for the highest good in regards to career changes, metamorphosis, and what you're letting go of. So this is really a time where you're stepping into more of a destined calling. And with that, just to see what's coming out for advice from Spirit for you today, Pisces. So very much a time of renewal, transformation, and really stepping into your calling and finding that childlike joy, wonder, and trust in self. So this year, you most likely have been going through quite a lot of purging and transforming within your body and your being. So as a card reader, I just intuitively read the cards. So no rhyme or reason other than just really sensing into what you collective need to hear at the most right now through that Piscean stream. And actually, I'm just going to get one more clarifier. That's so interesting that I feel that. Wow. Okay, that flew out. Wow. Two of Cups, love. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So I read the cards face up, Pisces. Wow. So very much stepping in. You've got the Magician here, first and foremost. This is very connected to your throat chakra, that genuine, true expression of self in your career, in your forward movement. And now it's about really embracing the childlike wonder, play, and fun that you've worked so hard on this year. It's probably been a deep year of purging, releasing, and letting go of all the areas, spaces, places, people that are unaligned. So with the Magician, this is alchemy. This is you completely transforming, taking that creative action, utilizing your manifestation capacities. Really much a lot of this sacral energy here as well is grounding and the heart. So you really pouring out those gifts and talents into the world. So here, this is finding your magic in your work. This is pure alchemy and self-empowerment. So you may feel that now you're beginning to utilize your voice in harmony to really translate the message and the gifts that the world needs now more than ever. So Pisces, you are now stepping in as the forefront, aiding humanity and other souls that need you to carry them forward. So this has been a deep, deep amount of transformation. You have achieved manifesting and visualizing your desires. Now it's about reaping the rewards. So this year is very much a healing and purging year. And now you have this clarity with the Magician. You know, you have all the resources that you need. There's no more searching. Now it's about the action and the discipline. After that, you have the Death card, but in a very good position, upright. And this is spiritual transformation. So this is both an enlivening of who you are and the interconnectedness of your human being and your soul spirit self embodied in harmony together. So this is letting go of the old structures. This is letting go of the old systems and even understanding that there may be, you know, people in the past or relationships or friendships that have had to be released. And even also understanding from a place of love in your heart that it's for the highest good. And even others may grieve what they used to know in the version of you. And now they have to grieve to let that go as you've elevated and leveled up in your life. So this is a complete transformative into your genuine authenticity, your destiny, Pisces. So this is an amazing, amazing transformative spread. This is showing you have new beginnings. You've let go. You're now in a higher heart consciousness of understanding that it's not a negative to have to let go of things, but when elements in our life are no longer for the highest good of the self or the other, it's actually the kindest loving element to allow it to just be let go of, to allow it to be what it is and what it was. At one point it may have served a highest good in your life, and you're really understanding and honoring that, but now you're recognizing your path is guiding you into a much higher elevated space, which means you have to let go of the old. You have to be willing to let go of even the old self, grieving who you once were. As we begin to remove the masks and really step in with that courage, that resilience, that honor of our true self, there's still a grieving process of the understanding of what was. So with the death card here, it shows that you are now in true alignment with your heart. You have a very mature, healthy, emotional understanding of what needs to be just let go of with love and grace and honor because of all the new pouring in. It's about making space, and it's also about honoring your soul, your spirit, and also utilizing that information to teach others how to elevate and how to transform with the earth. We are in a very, very vital and important and delicate time of the evolution of humanity and Mother Earth herself, along with the planetary spheres in our galaxy and beyond. You hold a deep understanding of this, Pisces, and the element that we have to remember is that we are all interconnected, and the work has to begin within. We have to honor what is your highest truth, what truly aligns with you, what truly doesn't. Where is your heart being called? And that is the magic that's coming together in your life, has synchronized into your life. And that's why there's this deep peace and gratitude and understanding of what was, for it held a valuable purpose, and it also holds value into who you've become today. And all the pains and the struggles, they are no longer burdens for you. Those elements are held with gratitude for how they have strengthened you, gifted you resilience, courage, self-worth, and how they have shaped you into the understandings of who you are today, so that you may carry forward your gifts with resilience, strength, and unconditional love in fully within harmony of your heart center. So as you've really released and cleansed and purged and stripped down, this is complete ego death of what was this year in 2025. And now that we're coming closer to the end, it's this huge gratitude. It's letting go of the struggle, right? It's communicating, where have I tried to fit into spaces, places, people that have conflicted with me and my highest good, or tried to prove a point to others, or explain or validate who you are to others? That's not necessary anymore, Pisces. And that's what's been released, is this letting go of all this conflict. The Five of Wands, let's put these swords down. There's no more need to prove, because you'll understand that the souls who need you find you, first and foremost. But secondly, anywhere we're unaligned will always hold a resistance, a conflict, a misunderstanding of communications, or similar sight of what is. And so you've let that go. You've let go of the past elements that no longer hold understanding of where you're going and understanding of who you become and who you've flourished and bloomed into, because the universe is now bringing you more aligned relationships, loyal, loving, kind people. You know, when we wear masks and we show up in the world, you know, in some form illusioned or trying to be something we're not, we attract more people within that area. But when we drop all of that, when we go through this ego death, when we hold this courage, this strength to take off the mask, to just completely surrender to the authenticity of who we are, letting go of judgment, letting go of all these places, spaces, people, relationships that we so desperately want to be loved by, when we just surrender to allow the difference of our own being and the difference of others, understanding with grace that not everyone is meant for everyone, that is where you create space and the universe begins to harmonize everything in for your highest good. And that's what you've been experiencing. It's like this duality of a grieving of what was and the transformation of letting that go, and then this rebirth into the new and this enveloped newfound form of who you really are, of the true alignments and the true receiving and the truly feeling safe to be loved. But ultimately, it's because you've come to a place of self-love, self-honor. And that's why. So what's all within, it is not a searching without. And that is what you've implemented, Pisces. So all this conflicting energy and this Five of Wands, this competition, this dog-eat-dog mentality, that's what's been transforming out. And not only within you and your own life, but for the whole world, for the whole collective, for the whole earth. So the fact that you've been doing the work is a big deal, because every soul right now is being called to look at this. And with those calls to awaken and evolve, it's going to look very different for everyone. Some people are going to struggle with their health or jobs or financials or all kinds of obstacles, tower moments that are the universe and our soul spirit is trying to reawaken us to the truth of who we are, which means we first have to go through a crumbling. And we even see that in the earth. We see that Mother Earth is going through her own awakening, her own evolution. Regardless of what we do, she is evolving. And it's ours, free will's choice to do the same and to go with her. But that requires courage and strength, and that requires transformation. It requires honesty with the self, the inner truth, the reintegrated connectedness with the heart, Pisces. This is what you're doing, collective. And it's phenomenal. And even more so if you even found this video is a big deal, because I am so unknown on YouTube. So very much your guides, your guardians, your angels, your spiritual team, regardless of what that looks like and what you believe, brought you here to this video for a reason. To remind you of how much you've done, how much you've accomplished already, to be proud. Here you're coming into this deep grounding, this Page of Pentacles. This is a new job. This is good news. Very much root chakra energy, feeling safe, secure, grounded within your own being. No longer needing someone else or anything outside of you to make you feel safe, held, and strong. You've now utilized that for yourself, and that's where this deep grounding comes in. This is generating your life force. This is the I am, the standing strong, this certainty and this vitality that has returned into your authority, who you are, and the implementation of what you're going to do in the world with absolute certainty. You are now unstoppable, Pisces. Strong, capable. And there you hold your star. You hold your star in your hand. You are the star. You are divinity. This is major, major income and prosperity flowing in for you, Pisces. This is very magnetizing in your energy because you've elevated your vibration. You're now in a completely new world. You're no longer in that conditioning of what was. You've been unlearning and shedding and letting go the conditioning that used to keep you chained and stuck and feeling in lack or fear or frustration. You've released a lot of that. And that's why you have this inpouring of abundance, this inpouring of natural opportunities, natural wealth. It's just now you are provided because it's a way of being. It's an inner knowing. It's an inner calm. It's a deepening of the trust of self. Strong foundation within the self. Here you also have marriage. Now this can be a marriage with you. This can also be whether it's a loving relationship and a new divine soulmate or partnership that's coming in harmony and union with you in your equal divinity. You are whole, the other is whole, and together is a whole relationship with respect and honor. Not codependent, not toxic, but rather prosperous, harmonious, and divine. That can also mean happy families and this reuniting of your soul family and your career and this divine marriage of love in the work that you do, whether that be as a healer or in the arts or something for humanity. But Pisces, you are now a part of the highest good of humanity, which is a very divine purpose. That is a part of honoring the Mother Earth, honoring humanity, plants, animals, nature. It is all one. We are all of the same ecosystem. We are of the earth. And that deepening of that understanding has translated into your work, regardless of how it's colored and how it's delivered out to the earth. It is for the highest good of humanity and the planet. It is then translated into the spiritual realms and into the planetary spheres and into our galaxy with pure love and unconditional love. It's so beautiful. It's actually starting to choke me up. This is really special, Pisces. This is long-term stability. This is a beautiful life, a divine life, and it's even a Pisces card. 10 of Cups. It's one of the best. True abundance, true harmony. Happily ever after. Absolutely. In all ways. Relationship, career, health, wholeness. And that's because of your inner elements. So here you have this enthusiasm, this driving force. It's almost like you've just gone boom, you know, from the beginning here of all this release, all this true, miraculous, and courageous willingness to trusting in your higher self and shedding what was. You have been moving with the evolution of the earth, and now you have this energy that comes in. You've got this beautiful Page of Wands. This is enthusiasm. This is, I now feel enlivened. I feel that spark of energy. I've let go of my burdens. I've let go of all this overload and all this expectation and placing my value and my worth in the hands of others and their opinions. It's your opinion with you is what matters the most, and you have that divine, deep truth understanding. So this is where you've got this deepening of your faithfulness, this courageous, enthusiastic energy that is this driving force leading you into the whole world. You know, you may have a lot of travel coming up, and this is where you're an inspirational speaker. So you may find that your voice is now carrying. You feel strong in who you are. You feel certain in what you have to share with others to help them also come into this wholeness. Understanding that we are all of the same. We are all of the whole. And this is where humanity's coming out of suffering. So with this enthusiastic strength, you are now that pillar and that marker of inspiration that others will turn to and look to. You are now the teacher, the guide, the authority of your own life. This miraculous harmony within all chakras, honestly, but also this utilization of the throat chakra in this inner knowing of what the spiritual realm wants to say and share and speak through you for the highest good, and what your own soul spirit came to do specifically at this time, regardless of your age. We are now in this age of evolution, of humanity. And because of that, all of these burdens have been let go of. You are now in your King of Swords, in your highest truth. Third eye. This is the trust in self, right? And the third eye is essentially your soul and spirit, right? It's one of your guardians. It gives you that sensory feeling of which road to take, which road to avoid. And that is only birth. Your intuition is strengthened when you trust self, because intuition and trust in self are essentially one and the same. It just means the deepening of the understanding of who you really are, the divine self of your highest truth. And with that, no longer being held back. So this is structure, routine, and intelligent, radical power and authority and strength. This is discerning where to flow, and it's a deep, deep wisdom. It's complete knowing, inner knowing, and sharing that inner knowing, completely balanced, giving excellent advice and education to others, sharing your wisdom for the highest good of all those around you. And most likely I'm feeling very much like a speaker, a motivational speaker, a teacher, an educator, whether you're teaching something in the arts or teaching something in the healing modalities or teaching something with how to generate the planet, the plants, the herbology. Like, this is very much a Pisces read of where you are stepping into that truth to share with the world this magical essence that is so highly needed now to help others come out of the suffering, coming out of where they are stuck, where they are still chained, because you, out of your own free will, your own willingness, your own courageous willingness, have elevated rapidly. So rapidly, Pisces, this is years worth of work that you've almost condensified into a very small amount of time. So you could have felt very imbalanced this year, very up and down, very joyous and grateful, and then like, oh my gosh, I'm crumbling and shedding and lost, and all these emotional purgings that have come through you. Through that allowance of your emotional purging is why you are now so resilient and strong and powerful and unbreakable, because all of this willingness to shed has strengthened you into the true you, into the unbreakable, unshakable you. So there is a little bit of the residual here, Pisces, next to this truth, and this higher, deeper knowing is loss, right? So of course there's going to be a little bit of disappointment, and we spoke about that a little bit earlier, right? And that's where people, spaces, places that we have to kind of let go of with love, with honor, with gratitude, and a deeper grace of understanding its value of what was, is, there's still going to be a little bit of this grieving of the Five of Cups, right? But the thing is with this one, what he doesn't realize on this card is he's grieving all these spilt cups. There's 2 full cups right next to him, and they are even higher and stronger. They hold gold. The others held, I don't know, past, learning, right? All the mass we've shed, that's what's spilt. So yes, it's hard to grow and change, because even evolving for our highest good means we have to let go of what we knew. And it can be scary to let go of what we've known, because that was at one point our safety. And it's scary to, allow the self to completely explore into the unknown. That's the courage and the willingness. And that's really what brings the highest timeline and the highest gifts, is that willingness to surrender. So just know, Pisces, it's okay to be sad. You're not alone in that, and you're not alone in all of this. And I know it's been a lot, and I know you're probably very tired and exhausted. It's been quite a transformative time, and maybe even for years. And this is where you've been doing the work without people seeing, right? So even as you're receiving all of these rewards and all of this transformation, there may be a little bit of judgment from past people, past circumstances that may not totally understand how much time, work, effort you've put in to who you really are, and to step into your truth, and to put all this hard work into what you believe you need to do in the world, to share with the world. So they may think it's just good luck and that you're winning all this prosperity. Like, how did that happen to Pisces? Well, it happened to Pisces because Pisces, unbeknownst to everyone else, has been doing all this inner work behind the scenes in silence. All this shedding, this clearing, this purging, these dark nights of the soul, these tower moments, and this willingness to feel and to let go of the masks, to let go of the people, spaces, places that are unaligned. That is painful and hard, because there's still a grieving that comes with it. But Pisces, this is miraculous. So just knowing, if there's any, kind of residual judgments and things of people from the past, or even, we also have to hold grace for them, because they're grieving, like we said earlier, they're grieving letting go of who you were in their life as well. So that's a whole new level of grace. That's a whole new level of the heart consciousness understanding of the allowance of what is, to just be without judgment, right? And because you've learned to no longer judge the self, you've let go of, a harder element of, I'm going to be hurt by this person's opinion. Instead of being hurt by their opinion, you're just kind of like, that's okay. You're allowed to have an opinion, but it holds no power over you anymore. So Pisces, wow, this is where you step into Two of Cups. So this is divine partnership, love. This is union, divine union, right? And this is receiving. Oh my gosh. Wow. So you're in complete receiving mode. You're like a powerful heart frequency magnet, which is so great. Oh my gosh. So you've got your intuition is online, your heart is online, you've got your creative expression, you've got divine partnerships, union, harmony. This is where you have mutual respect with others. This is where you have deep trust and loyalty with others. This is equality and the marriage of elements beyond just partnerships of love, but the marriage in all ways. True friendships, business partners, business opportunities, those that are actually cheering for you. And just like you have always wanted others to thrive, now they are also wanting your thriving. That is a divine, true relationship. We are meant to be there for the highest thriving of the other. If we're not wishing the thriving in the other, then that's not kind, right? And if someone is not actually happy when you succeed, then they're not meant to be in, that's not an aligned relationship anymore. And so all of that has been gone. And that's where this loss and this grieving of the past has a little bit of a residual, we'll kind of grieve what was for a long time in our lives. Oh, I'm so excited I blew out the candle. but I've got another one lit here, so that's fine. Very warm stone. Now, just bringing this in here, Pisces, there's the other candle here. Just so you know, Spirit is in the room, but I believe that candles are really important in welcoming Spirit into the space, so we'll keep that lit there. So in this essence, with your creative expression, it's completely heart-based. This is complete alignment. This is divine alignment, because what we come here to learn is actually the heart consciousness, right? We are now, with the evolution of humanity, we're actually coming into heart thinking, heart feeling, and heart willing. So what does that mean, right? And this is where it's so multifaceted, because there's so much within that. And what does that mean to you? Truly, it just means living from your joy and learning the language of your heart again, honoring your heart, honoring the love and the beauty and that childlike expression within, that curiosity and that willingness to play, to dance, to create. We are creators. And it's also this interconnection of respect and honor of all relationships in your life, and your work now translating into something very unique that is just truly for the highest good and from the heart for the highest good of all, as well as the self. It's the highest good of you and highest good of all that around you. Very, very divine. So this is very independent wealth. This is purely coming from your soul. So what you're creating is unique. What you're creating is from your own divine soul expression. And that's what makes it so special. So you've got immense action following your heart, right? And in this financial success with this stability, so this is Nine of Pentacles, another, and Knight of Cups, right? The Knight of Cups is a creative expression from the heart. This is taking action from the heart center, connected to the heart chakra. And then here you've got, with this independent wealth, this is your sacral chakra. This is feeling completely safe to express and to dance, to hold your creative expression and share it with the world, with actually a lot of excitement. Not, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? It's like, no, this is who I am. This is what I have to share. I know it's valuable. I know it's for the highest good. And here, earth, the apple is not for the tree, right? The fruit is not for the tree. It's meant for the nourishment of the other. That's the element of you as a creator now, with all of this joy and this harmony and this gratitude and this gifting out for humanity in the most balanced and beautiful way. And thus in tandem, because of that, you are receiving in harmony of the highest divine timeline for you, because it's balanced now. We give what we get. It's this harmony of the giving and receiving. It's the balance of your duality, your light and dark within self. It is true understandings and the deepenings of the honor in all that you are, in all the elements of what you've overcome, what you've gone through, mistakes that we've made. It's this grace and this understanding and forgiveness, both of self as well as outside of the self. And a newfound understanding of all of it, to hold gratitude even for the pain, holding gratitude and love even for the struggle, because now you understand its benefit and how it has shaped you into the beauty that you are today, and continue to carry forward as we continue to grow. We never stop growing and learning and evolving. That's a part of the magic too. So this is really the beginning of your true story, Pisces. This is the beginning of where you are always meant for this, right? And no thing can ever take from your destiny. However, you've embraced your destiny now. And that is the choice point. That is the miraculous element that you've created. You have chosen your destiny. You have chosen your highest divinity of your soul expression, your highest timeline. You are now at the beginning of your highest timeline. You are in your highest timeline, actually. And yeah, it's only beginning to elevate rapidly. So this is incredible, because this has birthed from you. This is brand new into the world. And that's what the world needs, is this authenticity, this newness, this creativity, this expression of the gifts, right? The new earth. You are a part of the new earth. You came to raise the forces of the earth, of humanity, as well as gifting your own soul spirit the capacity in this lifetime to act out in your divinity, in your highest truth. And what an honor, because that is pure heart consciousness. That is pure love. That is pure divinity embodied. That is soul spirit embodied in all that you do each day. So beautiful. So with all of this, you have everything coming in, Pisces. This is incredible. So any spirit advice here? We're going to do the healing waters. I'm out beautiful ocean today and very connected to water. As you know, Pisces, we are the water beings. So spirit advice, highest and best good for Pisces. Any final messages, spirit, for Pisces? Whoops. Oh gosh, I kind of flipped. We'll do one more here. Highest advice from spirit for Pisces in regards to all this beautiful destiny that has come through for the Piscean collective, spirit. Thank you. Okay, yeah, you just got the one, so let's find out what it is. Clearly, that was all that's needed. Plunge. Look at that. Wow. So there you go, Pisces. Perfectly aligned. So it says, don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Exactly. You're in it. You're in it. Boom. Go. Be. Do. Beautiful. Divine soul spirit. Thank you. And go. Yes. The world needs you. Dive in. You are so held. You are so protected. You are so strong. You're doing it, and I thank you. And please like, share, comment. Please let me know what you're doing. That's so magical. And I thank you for watching. And if you want to work with me or learn about anything I do, all the information is below. I do many, many things. I'm an artist, a teacher, a guide, a healer. I work with the earth. Essentially, I say I lead my life in 3 pillars. And that is anything to do with nature, spirituality, and the arts. So, of course, each pillar is limitless, and therefore my work is very transformative all around the world. But if you need anything at all, or if you're even beginning to step into understanding your authenticity and who you really are, then you may want to work with me, because my highest passion is to free people, to bring them back into a space of wholeness, authenticity, and thriving within their being. So I thank you, Pisces. Many, many blessings, love and light to you. Oh, also, I'm doing a very, very special higher consciousness training retreat. So I'm not sure if there's many spots left. We have really limited space, but if you would like to attend my very, very special higher consciousness soul training retreat, it is all the information below, and we will be in Costa Rica for that in December of 2025. So a beautiful way to end the year, especially if you've been transforming all year through 2025, then to end it with my training to really elevate your higher consciousness, elevate your deepening of your destiny and where you're going, then my retreat may be the perfect fit for you. So thank you so much, Pisces. Much love and light to all of you, and many blessings. Ciao.